Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going through 3 games that are in pre-registration for either their full game release or their CBT. And they're games that I'm actually really excited for. The start of this year was really dry for GACHA, but we got some really good titles coming. So these are ones to keep an eye out for. Now, the first game that we're going to look at is Echoes of Mana. This one is in pre-registration at the moment for the full game release. I'm expecting or hoping for an April release. There is no official date yet, but I will let you guys know as soon as we do know the date for this one. Also, in a little bit, I will talk about how if you do intend on playing this game and spending money inside it, you can actually save on your in-app purchases, but we'll get to that in a minute. This game really reminds me of Guardian Tales, a little bit of Dragalia Lost and stuff like that. It's that action RPG, and I feel like Guardian Tales really sort of showed that you can do some really good things in these action RPGs and get people really involved in them and build a great community around them, as long as they've got deep mechanics, a storyline and stuff like that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how these boss fights play out. You can see that like in some certain situations you get like a square around a specific character. Maybe it means an attack's coming, you got to avoid it. There's a lot of telegraphs. Some of them have different, stuff on the floor which you might have to avoid. So I'm hoping that it's got some really deep game mechanics, because like just immersing yourself in boss fights like this is really fun, and there will be co-op play and stuff like that. So Echoes of Mana, it's the nearest launch that I can see coming out of any game for a full global release. So definitely keen to jump into it. Now, before we go any further, I have to thank Amazon App Store for sponsoring this video. Now, Echoes of Mana will be launching on the Amazon App Store when the game does launch. So if you are going to play it and you are going to spend, definitely download it through the Amazon App Store, because you will get some savings, which we'll go into now. But basically what you want to do is, I'll have a link to this page in the description. I'll also have a link to their socials, their Facebook, their Discord, all that stuff, so you can jump in and join the community. But you're going to download the Amazon App Store to your device through this link. Then once you get the Amazon App Store onto your device, you're going to search for Echoes of Mana and install that to your device. Then when you're playing the game and you make some purchases in app, you're going to use Amazon coins, and 10,000 Amazon coins is the equivalent to a $100 purchase in game. And when you do spend those 10,000 Amazon coins, you will get 1,000 back, which is equal to $10. But that's not the only thing that you get savings on, because when you do purchase Amazon coins, if you purchase $100 worth of in-game credit, which is 10,000 Amazon coins, you'll actually only be paying $82 for it. So you'll be saving $18 there, plus then getting a $10 back when you do spend it in the game. So it's an absolute no-brainer in my opinion. Like I said, free to play, don't stress. If you are a paid player, you're just saving yourself a lot of money, essentially, is the way to go about it. Now, the gameplay looks really enjoyable. Like I said, I'm really excited to get into this game and start playing. It's got that action RPG combat with some really nice looking mechanics in there, and hopefully we can have a lot of fun in it. And like I said, if you are a spender, you can go ahead and get those easy discounts on Amazon App Store. Like I said, bit of a no-brainer to me, but yeah, gameplay looking nice. Can't wait for it. But once again, thanks to Amazon App Store for sponsoring this video. Okay, so the next one we're looking at is going to be NIKKE, Goddess of Victory. They say NIKKE, I still say Nikki because it's just the way I say it. But looking really clean. As you can see in these images, it's actually got like a landscape version in the trailer. Now, the way it's displayed in all the images is top down, hoping that we just get to rotate the screen if we want. That's really good. I've only played a couple games where you can actually choose which way you want the screen, which would be absolutely fantastic. I love that feature. I think it's really, really worth it by devs to put it in, but no one really does because it must take a lot of effort. But this game, it just looks refreshing. The game just looks like a refreshing game to play. It's a bit of a different concept, and I think it's going to do well because it's got fan service and it's got girls with guns, which is a big fan point for a lot of people. And I honestly just think the gameplay looks sick. So I can't wait to get into this one and test it out. The beta, this is the awesome thing about this one. The beta is actually going to start in a few days' time. Unfortunately, this means you can't register. When I thought of the idea for this video, it was still in pre-registration. Then I was about to upload the video and this came out. So I've held off. It's now the morning. I'm re-recording this. But it does open the CBT on the 21st of March, which is like 3 or 4 days away. So I will definitely be playing that and making some content from it. I would love to stream it. However, I think they're trying that we're not meant to show story points of it, which is completely understandable because you don't want to get spoiled on that sort of stuff. So I will just be making videos of gameplay, menus, summons, anything else we can do. But really looking forward to jumping in and testing this one out. And then hopefully not too long after that, we can get the launch. Now, they haven't announced an official release date. I think it'll depend on how the CBT goes and how many bugs and such are found. But then hopefully we can get into it. And yeah, like I said, I'm just really excited for this one. Before we get into the last game, I wanted to jump in quickly and just mention Honkai Star Rail. This one wasn't a main focus of the video because the beta that this one is doing, it looks like it's going to be fully under NDA, and like you can't share any content, but it's definitely one to sign up for to try and get in. The game looks absolutely amazing, but like I said, I don't think there'll be that many who get into it, and also it looks like there won't be much content, so it's not going to apply to a lot of people to get really good interest out of this. But if you are one to get in, I think you'll have a lot of fun in this game. And then next up, we obviously have Tower of Fantasy. Now, this one has been getting thrown around a lot for about a year now. Basically think Genshin Impact, but MMO. I'm really excited for it. I know there's a lot of people with differing opinions on this one, but I'm always the person who's excited to play something and test it out. I think it looks visually amazing. I've watched some of the Chinese gameplay. I've played a little bit of the Chinese version, but you know, it gets tedious when you can't read or understand anything, especially when you're trying to figure out quests you're doing and stuff like that. So I haven't gone too deep into the Chinese version, but this game just looks absolutely amazing. My one biggest gripe with Genshin was that, you know, I was one of those people when Genshin was getting talked about early days, I thought it was going to be an MMO. I just like that MMO feel. It just adds an extra layer to the gameplay that I absolutely love. So definitely keen to jump in and test out Tower of Fantasy in the English version, because like I said, I did play a bit of the Chinese version on my phone, but you know, it's always a bit tough to get into. And as for release date, the beta release date is going to be in April 2022. That is official on their Twitter, so I'm really excited for this. And I mean, the speed at which there was like all this uncertainty of whether there would even be an English version into having an official English Twitter, we're getting an official English beta. They must have been developing it really quickly in the background, so if they've got everything voiced and all that sort of stuff already, like it's pretty close. So I'm hoping not too long after this April beta, we will get the actual full game release. Tower of Fantasy, like I said, 3 really good games that I'm excited to hopefully dig into in the next month or so, which is gonna be really exciting because the start of this year was really dry for GACHA. But anyway, guys, that is what I'm looking forward to. I'm getting really excited. Like I said, I was very skeptical on the whole space at the start of the year for the first couple months, but things are really ramping up and hopefully we can find a really enjoyable game for everyone that we can have some fun with. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.